Okay. Thank you so much. I want to welcome you once more. This is Primary 5 class, Yaaka Digital Learning Network. Feel free to participate, ask questions where necessary, where you don't understand, please ask questions. So this is Teacher Ben once more. So last week, we discussed about the types of chicken. And that's what we talked about last time. So briefly, before we move on, would love to hear from you. I need someone to remind us what we talked about, the types of chicken that are kept in Uganda, the types of chicken. Please put the answer in the chat, and I will be in position to see and recognize you. Put the answer in the chat, and I will be able to see types of chicken. That's what we talked about last week, and that's where we need to start from before we look at something new for today. Yes, Nasha, thank you. Good answer. Joshua, good answer. Nasha, you've written this one in the wrong way. You instead put there boilers. Please check on that spelling. TB Miss, thank you. Elizabeth, this is Lynette, thank you. Good answer. You have someone using Galaxy, good answer. Nasha once more, good answer. And then Stacy, good answer. Okay, so those are the three different types of chicken that we talked about last week. We talked about broilers. We also talked about layers. We talked about the dual purpose chicken. We said that these ones are kept for both meat and egg production. That is the dual purpose chicken. Then for the case of the layers, these ones are specifically kept for production. The main reason why the layers are kept, it's simply for egg production. Then the main reason why the broilers are kept is for meat production. As simple as that. So other questions come in. Like last time I was asking you why broilers are regarded as stable birds. Why are broilers regarded as table birds? Someone to give us the answer through the chat. Why are broilers regarded as table birds? Why are broilers regarded as table birds? Why are broilers regarded as table birds? Why are broilers regarded as stable birds? Why are broilers regarded as stable birds? I'm waiting for the answer in the chat. We talked about that last time. So why are broilers regarded as table birds? TV Miss has given us a good answer. Another person, Nasha, shall say they are regarded meat production. They are kept for meat production. You just need to say they are kept for meat production. That's what I expect from you, Nasha. Simply say it's because they are kept for meat production, or it's because they are kept for food, usually. But it's better for you to be specific and mention meat. They are kept for meat production. They are kept for meat production. As simple as that. So Nasha and everybody has given the correct answer. You see Elizabeth, that is Lynette's answer. Good answer. Someone using Galaxy. The answer is correct. Thank you so much. Now today, we need to look at something a little bit different, but not very different. And that is the breeds of chicken. This is what we shall be talking about today. We shall talk about the breeds of chicken. Breeds of chicken. So after looking at the breeds of chicken, we shall also talk about the groups of breeds of chicken. Groups of breeds of chicken. And then we shall look at the characteristics of each breed of chicken. And then we shall also look at the disadvantages of each breed of, especially for today, we shall look at the disadvantages of local breeds of chicken. Then later, we shall also talk about how we can improve on the local breeds of chicken. And we shall try to identify which way we can use to improve on the local breeds of chicken. Then after identifying those ways, we shall look at one of those ways. And one of them could be that you will tell me, I know you're going to talk about crossbreeding. We shall know what crossbreeding is and also have a look at the advantages of cross breeding. So without wasting much of our time, we need to get started and realize, or rather get to know, the meaning of the term a breed. What is a breed? Nasha?
A breed is a group of animals with specific characteristics or behaviors.
Very good answer, but I want you to repeat that answer because you were a little bit breaking. Your answer is very good, but I want you to repeat it. Please repeat for us so that we can all get the answer.
A breed is a group of animals with specific characteristics or behaviors.
Teacher, I can't hear you. Are you there?
Oh, very sorry for that. I went off as I told you that there is some bit of rain here and it is increasing, and that's why it is a little bit shaky. So we're talking about a breed. We're trying to get to know the definition of the term a breed. And Nasha correctly told us that a breed, Nasha correctly told us that a breed is a group of animals with specific characteristics. So when you're defining, you don't need to have all these two words. You don't need to have both characteristics, stroke behavior. So just choose one. Just fall in love with one. You can simply say a breed is a group of animals with specific characteristics. Full stop. Then if you don't want to use the word characteristics, simply use behaviors. A breed is a group of animals with specific behaviors, as simple as that. But I don't want you to use both. When you use both, that's repetition. Characteristics is the same as behaviors. So you don't need to have all these two words in your answer, as simple as that. So let's move on. Let's talk about the groups of breeds of chicken. Breeds, groups of breeds of chicken. Groups of breeds of chicken. Let's identify these groups. Let's put our answers in the chat. Let's put our answers in the chat. If you know the groups of breeds of chicken kept in Uganda, you can just deliver your answer through the chat, and I will be able to check on it. Yes. Oh, Emma. Oh, someone started with the correct answer. Yes, Joshua, good answer. Aaron, good answer. Emma has put there broilers. Not really. TB Miss, good answer. Good answer. Yes, Lynette, very good. Lynette, very good. Okay. So those are the two different groups of breeds of chicken. Joanna has given us a correct one, and also others like Aaron has also added another one. So these are the groups. When you look at the groups of breeds of chicken, there are basically two of them. One is called the indigenous breeds of chicken. Indigenous breeds of chicken. Indigenous breeds of chicken are the ones that we call simply local breeds of chicken. We simply say local breeds of chicken. But you can also say indigenous breeds of chicken. The word indigenous is the same as local. So meaning these are the types of chicken that have existed in East Africa for a long time. But specifically, since we are talking about Uganda, kept in Uganda, we can simply say these are breeds of chicken that have existed in Uganda for a long time. As simple as that. That's in case they ask you to give the meaning of the word local breeds. You will simply say these are types of chicken that have existed in Uganda for a long period of time. And then we have the exotic breeds. These ones are also called imported breeds because they were imported into East Africa from those different countries. They were brought into East Africa.
Excuse me, teacher.
Uganda. They were brought into East Africa or into Uganda.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes,
I can't see the screen. I'm not seeing the screen.
Oh, sorry. Sorry for that. I think it's the problem is just internet, but let me reshare it, and then I will be able to, let me stop sharing and then reshare, so that everyone may be able to see.
Thank you, teacher. I can now see it.
Okay, we can now continue. It's good that everyone is now able to see our screen. So we are talking about these two different groups. We say that we have local breeds, also known as indigenous breeds. And then we also have exotic breeds, also known as imported or foreign breeds, as simple as that. So that is what basically what you need to know about the groups of breeds of chicken. Don't confuse them with the types of chicken. Types of chicken are three, where we have the broilers, the layers, and then the dwarf papas. But if they say breeds, groups of breeds of chicken, these ones are two. We have the local breeds and exotic breeds. As simple as that. So when we move on, we shall get to know that these exotic breeds are also called heavy breeds or light breeds. These exotic breeds are also called heavy breeds or light breeds. There are those ones that are heavy, and then there are those ones that are light. And those that are light, usually they are kept for egg production, while the other heavy ones are kept for meat production. As simple as that. So let's move on and talk about something different. And basically looking at the characteristics. What are the characteristics of local breeds? How do you know that this is a local breed of chicken? How do you know that this one is a local breed? Let's move on. So this is what I was talking about, that these exotic breeds can be grouped as heavy breeds or light breeds. You need to know that. They can either be called heavy breeds or light breeds. When we continue, we shall be looking at the examples of the heavy breeds, and then we shall also look at the examples of the light breeds. However, if they ask you a question, an open question, that give anyone example of an exotic breed of chicken, give any. Whether you give any, as we shall see those examples as we continue. So let's talk about the local breeds. What are the characteristics of local breeds? What will help you to know that this one is a local breed? You need to talk about local breeds. How do you know that this one is a local breed? But before maybe we talk about those local breeds, we may need to first understand or give the examples of exotic breeds. We need to give examples of exotic breeds. Those who know some few examples of exotic breeds, we can first identify them, then we move on to the next step. Let's identify the examples of exotic breeds, but maybe probably we would start with the heavy breeds and then we move on. Or if not, let's give the general examples of exotic breeds, then we shall sort them later. Let's give examples of exotic breeds. If you can write them here, you can write them on the chart, better. Then later we shall look at the local breeds. Oh, sorry, let's continue. So we are talking about examples of exotic breeds of chicken. And Aaron has given us one, Galaxy, another one, good. Emma, this one is not correct. That one is not correct. Uh-huh. Brown egger. Uh-huh. Good answer. And then which other? Other people have not given theirs. Okay. Okay. So we have very many. For the case of the heavy breeds, you can talk about the New Hampshire. I see Galaxy A10 said so, and the answer is correct. And then also Orpington Aarons has talked about that, and the answer is correct. Although his spelling here is not right, he has just said Orpington, but it is having the letter P, Orpington. Orpington is one of those heavy breeds. Then the other one is the Rhode Island Red. Rhode Island Red is one of those exotic breeds of chicken. And then we also have under light breeds, we have Ancona, Minorca, Light Sussex, White Leghorn, and then the Skyers. And then the Skyers. So those are the examples of exotic breeds of chicken. And in case they ask you to give any, be able to give at least one. So these are the ones that we are talking about. I will try to classify them according to the groups where they belong. According to where they belong. So, in case we ask you that give the examples of exotic breeds of chicken, don't disturb yourself. Give any of these. Give any of these. Ancona, Minorca, Light Sussex, White Leghorn, the Skyers, Orpington, New Hampshire, and then we also have the Rhode Island Red. Rhode Island Red. As simple as that. So those are a few examples of exotic breeds of chicken. However, if they specify that give anyone heavy breed of chicken, then you can give these ones. If they say give anyone light breed of chicken, then you can give this one. As simple as that. But if they have not specified, feel free to give any. Feel free to give any of those. Feel free to give any of those. Aha. So our time is moving. Let's move on to look at a new thing. And that is what we had started with. That is the local breeds of chicken. Characteristics of local breeds. Characteristics of local breeds. That's what we need to talk about now. Characteristics of local breeds. With local breeds, we say that these are the type of breeds that have existed in Uganda for a long time. Let's try to identify some of the characteristics of local breeds. Aaron has told us that they are small, and the answer is very correct. They are small, and the answer is very correct. Another person can also type in theirs. You can type in your answer, and then we move on. We are discussing the characteristics of local breeds of chicken. And the Aaron has told us that they are small. Lynette has said they lay few eggs. Very good. Another person? There are things that you can talk about. How are they in terms of diseases? Someone has talked about TB meals. He has talked about they grow slowly. The answer is very correct. With the local breeds, those ones grow slowly. Aaron's I say that these ones are easy to manage. It is very true. They are easy to manage compared to the exotic ones. The exotic ones need to eat well, they need treatment, but these local ones, you can even, they can look for food alone, they can even look for where to sleep alone, like that. So you don't need to disturb yourself with them. They grow slowly. The answer is right. However, you can also add some. Joshua said that they are used to, oh no, that one we are not taking it. And then Aaron said they brood their own chicks. It's right. And then Lynette, who is seen as Elizabeth, has said that they are resistant to diseases. And the answer is very correct. They are resistant to diseases. And the answer is very correct. As simple as that. So let's move on. I'm happy that everyone has been able to give their mind. So let's move on and look at what I have noted down here. 1, they are more resistant to diseases and parasites. This is what Lynette was talking about. And that's very true. These ones are more resistant. You don't see them getting sick very often. They take long. They are resistant to diseases and parasites. Then the other one is they can withstand harsh climatic conditions than exotic breeds of chicken. These ones can withstand even when it is raining heavily. You find they are just out there on their own, maybe under the verandas and under the trees. But with the exotic ones, the moment it rains on them, they get sick. So with these ones, they can withstand to harsh weather conditions. As simple as that. So I need you, because we shall ask you a question. Why people prefer local breeds of chicken to exotic breeds? Why do farmers prefer local breeds of chicken to exotic ones? 1 point. These first 2 points are the points I want you not to forget. 1, you can simply say it's because local breeds are more resistant to diseases and parasites, unlike exotic breeds. Then you can also say local breeds can withstand harsh climatic conditions than exotic ones. As simple as that, you move on. Other reasons are here. Why people, this one is now another, just a reason, just a characteristic describing how local breeds are. You can simply say they have a slow growth rate. It is the same as saying they grow slowly. The same as saying they grow slowly. And then the other one is they lay small and only few eggs during each season. Laying season. They lay very few eggs and even small eggs. They very few and very small eggs. So you can just give your answers like that if they ask you to give the characteristics of that. So we need to move on and look at the disadvantages. Why is it bad to keep the local breeds of chicken? You can get those characteristics from those disadvantages from these very characteristics. Like when we see this, they are more resistant to disease and parasites. Is it a good reason? It is. It is a good characteristic. They can withstand harsh climatic conditions. Yeah, it's good for them to withstand. And then they have a slow growth rate. Is it good for them to grow slowly? No, it's not good. They lay few eggs. Is it good for them to lay few eggs? No, it's not. So when they ask us to give the disadvantages, we shall give those 2 points. We shall say that they grow very slowly and then they lay fewer eggs. That's what we shall talk about. Disadvantages of keeping local breeds of chicken. The first point is here, they grow very slowly, and then the other one is they lay fewer eggs. As simple as that. As simple. Now, you have your exotic breeds of chicken. You have them, and then you want to make them better. You want to improve these local breeds of chicken. As we can know, most of us have ever seen these local breeds. You find they are small in size, they lay fewer eggs, they take long to grow, like that. They are very light, they are not as heavy as exotic ones. So you now need to improve them. How would you improve upon the local breeds of chicken? As you as a farmer, how can you improve on the local breeds of chicken? How can you improve on the local breeds of chicken? Lynette, very good answer. Very good answer. Another person? How would you, as you are a farmer? TB Miss has also given the same answer as that of Lynette. Good answer. Abigail and Jovian have also given theirs. Good answer. What about others? What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Emma is also saying the same thing. Stacy, the same thing. Okay. But of course, there are very many reasons. It's not just about only. Aaron has said selective breeding. Very good. Through selective breeding, you choose a breed of good quality if you want to improve them. Choose a good breed and then you come and mate them. And then he has also added that proper feeding. Sometimes you can improve their feeding and then it will be okay. Stacy has also given the same answer. Okay. Aaron's has given another very good answer through outbreeding. It is supposed to be outbreeding, but you've written throughout breeding. It's supposed to be outbreeding, and the answer is very correct. The answer is very correct. So those are the ways how you as a farmer can improve on the local breeds of chicken. Those are the ways that you have already mentioned them. How to improve? One, through crossbreeding of local breeds with exotic breeds to get a hybrid. So after crossbreeding, after mating, after making a local breed and the exotic breed to mate, the result which will be produced will be a hybrid. The result will be a hybrid. So that's the result will be a hybrid. The result will be a hybrid. After mating a local breed and the exotic breed, the result which will be produced will be a hybrid. Hybrids. Sometimes they can ask you what are hybrids. Simply say hybrids are breeds got by mating the local breeds with exotic breeds. As simple as that. I saw people also, I hear even people can crossbreed. I don't know whether it is true. When you're too small, if you're short, you get a very tall person. If you're small-bodied, you get a fat one. That is crossbreeding. You're very dark-skinned, get a brown woman. As simple as that. So let's move on to another one which you talked about. And this is the one which is selective breeding. Selective breeding simply means choosing breeds of good quality. You choose breeds of good quality. Choose breeds of good quality. And then lastly, we said throughout breeding, mating of different families of the same breed. Mate animals of different families, but of the same breed. You can bring another one, you get another one from another place, which is good, which is fat, which is big, and then you bring and mate with yours, so that you can also get a hybrid, which is improved. As simple as that. So this is basically what you need to know. The question is very common. It is a common set. Very, very common. That question, how can you improve on the local breeds of chicken? It's not necessarily only chicken. They can ask you about other animals also, like cattle. How can you improve on the quality of your cows or cattle? Simply say by crossbreeding. They can also ask you the same question about sheep, goats, and then the pigs. In third term, we shall look at sheep, goats, and the pigs, and they will ask you the same question: how can you improve on the local breeds of your animals? Simply say by cross breeding. At least the first answer that you can talk about should be cross breeding. As simple. Then you can come for these other ones, like selective breeding, outbreeding, as simple as that. So someone told us about good feeding by feeding them well. But I want to tell you, if you're small, whether you eat like what, you will remain a small person. You will not become rich. You will not become fat. As long as your quality, your breed is of a small person, whether you eat what, like young people call diet that eating meat. Today we ate diet because they ate meat. That's not true. So some people want to be eating meat and then they say, we are eating a diet. That's not true. So I was telling you that with the good feeding, yeah, it is true. It can make the animal look healthy. The animal will definitely be healthy, but the breed, the quality may not be improved. The quality may not improve. As simple as that. So these are the major ones that you can talk about. Emma, please stop playing with my screen. Stop playing. If you've learned what to do, please leave. I don't like that. I don't like that. So that's it. So these are the ways how you can improve upon the local breeds of chicken, but may not be necessarily chicken. It can be any animal, any animal. When they ask you, feel free to give any animal. Okay, let's move on to crossbreeding. We have got to know it is a new word. What is crossbreeding? What is crossbreeding? What is crossbreeding? Now this one, I need someone to raise their hand. What is crossbreeding? What is crossbreeding? Someone can ask you what crossbreeding is. Yes, Aaron.
Crossbreeding is the mating of different types of breeds.
Mating of different types of breeds. Very good. Very good. Any other person with the same? Okay, Abigail.
Crossbreeding is the mating of local and exotic breeds of chicken.
Good. Mating of local and exotic breeds of chicken. So all of them have given very excellent answers. Very excellent answers. As simple as that. So let's move on to something else. Those are the disadvantages. Let's talk about not disadvantages, but advantages. Why is it good for you to crossbreed your animals? Why is it good for you to crossbreed your animals? That is to say, advantages of crossbreeding. Advantages of crossbreeding. Advantages of crossbreeding. Yes, Nasha?
To improve the breeds.
Very good. We improve the breed. Another person. Yes, Aaron.
It improves on the productivity of wool.
Very good. Improves on the productivity of your animals. For example, poultry. If it is poultry, you say it improves on the productivity of poultry. Another person. I see very many people here. Stacy is there. Odwin's iPad is there. Nicole, Virginia, Emma. Those ones have not said much of the answers. I want to hear from you. Yes, I see still the same person. Those who have not spoken, please. This is the time. Okay, let's hear from Aaron again.
It encourages fast growth in birds.
Very good. It encourages fast growth in birds. Did you read my book? Because I see you're giving the same answers that I have. I think you read my book.
No.
You and Nasha, and you, Nasha, and Lynette have been giving the same answers that I have here. Thank you so much for that. I like that so much. Okay, so the rest do not want to give us the answers. Let's move on. Let's take a look at this. It's good that Aaron is there. There's Nasha there, and Lynette. Those ones are giving us really very good answers. Also, the rest of the people are giving correct answers. And I want to encourage you to always continue participating actively in the class. Science is a very simple subject. Very simple subject. So this is what we said. We said that crossbreeding is the mating of animals of different breeds. Those who did not know, that is the right definition. Mating of animals of different breeds. And then we have the advantages of crossbreeding. One of them is here. It encourages fast growth in birds. Aaron has just told us about that. Results into more eggs being laid by the offspring. Results into more eggs being laid. Simple as that. If you crossbreed, you will realize that your eggs that have been, your hens or birds that have been laying only 10 eggs, they start laying around 50 eggs and above. And then lastly, we have it improves on the productivity of poultry, as simple as that. So this is basically what I wanted us to learn today. That is exactly what I wanted us to learn today. So today we started with the breeds of chicken, and we were able to get to know the meaning of the word breed. We said that a breed is a group of animals with specific characteristics. With specific characteristics. And then we went on to talk about the groups of breeds of chicken. We said these ones are two, where we talked about local breeds and then exotic breeds. I also went on to explain and say that these exotic breeds can either be grouped as heavy breeds or light breeds. They can be called heavy breeds or light breeds, as simple as. So we also went ahead and listed the examples of exotic breeds, but we grouped them into their classes because we have the heavy ones and then we also have the light breeds. We're able to give some of them, some few of them, able to see some few of them, which include, I can show you these examples. These are the ones. So you need to know them because in most cases, they like asking so much. They can ask you to mention one. Yes, please.
I cannot see the screen.
Oh, sorry.
Sure, can you put back the work?
Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay. Okay, let me reshare. Okay. Hope you can see now.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Okay. And then we have this. That's where we ended. So I was talking about exotic breeds. We say that we have heavy breeds and the light breeds. Under the heavy breeds, we have the Rhode Island Red, New Hampshire, Pington. Light breeds, we have Ancona, Minoka, Light Sussex, White Leghorn, and then the Skyers. As simple as that. And then we have the Skyers. So I think for today, that is basically what I wanted to talk about. I want to wish you a wonderful afternoon and a good day. We shall meet next time. So thank you so much for the good participation. I have liked it so much, and I do encourage those that did not participate to also make sure that you participate next time. Yes, TB, you have a hand up. Please speak to us. Please, you've been breaking. If you can repeat.
Is there going to be any work there?
Okay, I see Nasha's hand up. Please speak to us.
You going to change the work on the group.
Sorry?
Change the work on
I'm going to send the work in the chat in the WhatsApp group. But I didn't hear you very well. Maybe because
I
of
was
this rain.
saying, are you going to send the work? I said, are you going
Yes,
to
yes,
send the work? And
yes. I will
thanks for
send the work.
teaching.
I'm going to
Teacher,
send
can
the
you leave
work.
class?
Huh?
And thank you for teaching. Teacher, can
You're
you leave?
welcome. Thank you for